As we move next here tonight to our cover story, and Florida's Ag Department now taking what it calls historic action against two hemp companies for allegedly selling hundreds of hemp products appealing to children. It violates a state law that was passed last year. Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders joining us live tonight from Tallahassee with the latest on these new penalties. Forrest?
You know, it's really interesting here, Paul, because this is a process that's been in the works for more than a year now. The legislature, as well as the new Ag Commissioner Wilton Simpson, has been working really very hard on trying to bring some law and order, he says, to Florida's hemp industry. Florida's Ag Commissioner Wilton Simpson hitting two Florida hemp businesses with severe penalties Thursday. That's for allegedly making and selling hemp products considered attractive to children. High Roller Private Label LLC hit with a 2-year ban on the manufacture, distribution, and sale of hemp gummies in Florida. Just Brands LLC getting a 5-year ban on the sale of any food products, including hemp. In an online post, Ag officials showed off some of the more than 400,000 candy-themed hemp products the department found in violation after recent inspections. Commissioner Simpson said in a statement, quote, "While I believe Florida's laws need to be strengthened, make no mistake, we will use every inch of our current authority to protect Florida's children from these products and go after those who violate the law."
Good morning.
The action follows this 2023 announcement that Florida was going to create hemp age restrictions and the law that authorities are now using to penalize those two hemp companies targeted.
Some will say this bill will end the hemp industry. Let me be clear, the current Wild Wild West situation, selling anything to anyone, is going to end.
Simpson wanted to go further this year with a hemp bill that would have banned the sale of products using Delta 8 and limit those with Delta 9. That's the stuff in large amounts that can get users high, but also the active ingredient for so many hemp products. Governor Ron DeSantis ended up vetoing the idea, saying it went too far and would impose, quote, debilitating regulatory burdens on small businesses and almost certainly fail to achieve its purposes. Even so, lawmakers could try again next year, though hemp companies have warned further drastic restrictions would hamstring what's considered a $10 billion industry. Okay, so we did reach out to those two companies that are involved in today's actions, and as of, well, just a few moments ago, we have still not heard back from either of them, so no comment yet from either. Paul?
All right, meanwhile, Forrest, the Republican National Convention is next week in Milwaukee. Trump has yet to name his VP. We know it's not going to be Governor Ron DeSantis, but what about Marco Rubio? Any new information on that? And will DeSantis have a prominent speaking role at the RNC, or is he being banished to an irrelevant time slot?
We're all waiting and wondering who's going to be that Trump VP pick. And there's a lot of speculation that maybe he will finally make an announcement during his rally this weekend. But we're going to have to wait and see on that. Meanwhile, yes, there is a lot of talk about where DeSantis is going to end up in this lineup, because there was a chilling between DeSantis and Trump once DeSantis announced he was running for president. Here's what we know. A senior DeSantis official tells us that they were always expected to speak at the RNC, and they just have not gotten a specific on when that is going to be. And that seemed to still be the case as early as this morning. I was talking to some DeSantis officials, and they were saying that, yes, basically they still expect to speak. They don't have a set schedule yet. Things are still falling into place. One thing we do know is there is one person that has yet to get any kind of confirmation on a speaking slot, and that is, of course, former Governor Nikki Haley. And you can remember there was still some controversy between those two after Haley ran against Trump as well. Doesn't look like there really has been a melting of that ice storm that still exists between them. But that is the latest. Paul, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, those coveted speaking roles are a big deal. Forrest Saunders live in Tallahassee. Forrest, thank you.